Here we go. UFC 312. We're going to live react to the face-offs. Ceremonial weigh-ins and face-offs here. So we've already gone over the bets, and we're just going to cover them as they go here. First one up here, Quillin versus Jubilee. This line is out of control. Let me pull up my odds here. Odds have Quillin at a minus 700, Jubilee at a plus 500. That's because Jubilee hasn't done much in the UFC, hasn't looked very good. However, at plus 500, I mean, who is betting Quillin at a minus 700? It's madness to me. Do I think he is going to win? Probably. But they're both 7-1. Quillin's coming off the Contender Series. I think it was a decision, if I'm not mistaken. A decision win on the Contender Series, and there's no real thing that stands out with him other than no one likes Jubilee. So this is really a fade against Jubilee, is what I think most people have. But if we look at him here, similar size, similar. I mean, Jubilee might even be a little bit taller, but that's not going to matter. Anyways, only side I'd bet on is plus 500, but not an official play. Next one up here, Kevin Jousset versus Micallef. Micallef coming off the Contender Series. Jousset's been fighting for a good amount of time. Decent fighter out of France. Trains with City Kickboxing. I will tell you guys that my metrics show value on Micallef, but this is a stylistic matchup I don't like, so I've stayed off this one here. I think the experience plus the physicality of Jousset will allow him to get the job done. Also, another Contender Series. Guys, this is what I'm going to say about this card specifically. There are a lot of people making their debuts, either Contender Series or in Topuria's case, just, his brother helped him get in the UFC. He is solid as well, but a lot of danger on this card. And usually in those circumstances, I like the underdog. However, I'm not going to bet the underdog going up against the veteran. So it's going to be an interesting one. If I had to place a bet again, it would be on Micallef, just based on the numbers. Here is my first play of the night. Rongzhu versus Cody Steele. And currently I have Rongzhu at plus 195 is what I bet him at. The line has gone up to plus 235, and there is now that's on Bet Online. On most other books, it's between 210 and there's some 175s out there. This line's all over the place. So the best possible line is my book, Bet Online. So, can't argue with that. Might have to put another half unit on it. Let's decide right here if we're going to put another half unit on it. Let's look at the face-off. Let's see who we like. Rongzhu, never the thickest fighter, but let's see if he's got any height advantage here. Cody Steele, obviously big. And no real height advantage. Nothing. I don't see much there. We're just going to have to stay tuned on another half unit. Plus 235. You know what? If you get plus 235, put a unit on it. I'm probably going to put another half unit on it at plus 235. So there you go. Here's one I'm completely staying off. I mean, are you kidding me? Topuria was up to a minus 425. That got bet all the way down. He's now a minus 325. But I wouldn't bet on Topuria at minus 325. And honestly, I'm not going to take the worst line on thickness. Maybe I would have taken that line, earlier in the week when it was a plus 350. That's what I did with Bruna Brazil. We'll get to that coming up. But Cody Thickness from Australia, training with Alexander Volkov, undefeated. I never ran this simulation for my on my predictions because this kind of was short notice a little bit. They switched out some fighters. So for me, it's a stay off. But again, Cody Thickness with the height advantage. I'd bet Thickness, but again, it's Topuria's brother. I've heard that they compete well against each other, which is obviously crazy. So there you go. Here's my second official play of the night. I have Bruna Brazil plus 325. That line has come down to a plus 285. Again, Kong Wang coming off getting finished in China as a minus 1200. So to me, not even to me, but based on my metrics, Bruna Brazil is a better fighter than Gabriela Fernandez. So Bruna Brazil came in with a lot of hype about the Contender Series, and her stock got, in my opinion, unnecessarily or unfairly knocked down pretty far. And so at plus 325, which now you can only get plus 285, I'd wait on it because people are going to put Kong Wang in parlays. People cannot help but put big favorites in parlays. But there you go, Kong Wang, the Joker. But we got Batman, right? She gets a rose, okay. Throws the rose away. Yeah, it's going to be entertaining. It's definitely going to be a striking battle. But there you go. That's my, I have a 1.5 unit play on Bruno Brazil. I'm keeping it at that. Third play of the night. I got this one early. Tom Nolan at plus 30 is what I got him at. He's now down to a minus 105. So money coming in on Tom Nolan. I expect to see a height and reach advantage for Nolan. He pretty much always has it. Flava Claus is, I mean, we know exactly what he is. Great kickboxer, shredded up, ready to bang. Tom Nolan, less experience, but has had some good wins in the UFC. Had a loss to Nicholas Mota, who's a tough fighter. Had some new ink on him. Looking confident. Let's see the height and reach. Well, we won't be able to see reach, but let's see the height discrepancy here. It is pretty minor. Not huge, but it's there. Flava giving him a present. So I'm not putting anything else on the line. If I get another plus 130 or plus 150, I'll put another unit on my main man there. What is the line exactly right now? I don't have a play on this one, guys. The line right now is Tom Nolan minus 102. Okay. Gabriel Santos, though, versus Jack Jenkins. Metrics show value on Jack Jenkins at plus 190. This is another one where I don't have any action on it, mainly because I use two different sets of metrics, and they combine together. I use the AI model combined with different various advanced analytics, and the advanced analytics I use on Fight Matrix all have Santos as heavy favorite. So he's got a height advantage. Most people do against Jack. He's kind of crazy. I think Santos gets that done. I think he is a beast. Next fight, Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. Slight value on Prado based on my model. But again, the Fight Matrix analytics have this Matthews all day. Now, the line is a little bit out of control. Minus 230 for Matthews. Come back on Prado, plus 195. Here's what I'm going to say. A betting strategy for this card is underdog small unit. That is just what I'm going to say. I bet you if you took all of the underdogs, all of them really, and you just put a unit on every underdog on this card, I think you come out positive on the night. So that is pretty much our strategy. No official play on this. I think Matthews gets it done, but there's probably value on Prado. He is a decent striker, and he's tough as shit. So he's not going to go down like some of the other guys that Matthews has faced. Next, Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. My metrics have Bellato should be favored slightly. He's currently at a minus 155. That's about exactly where it should be. I don't have a play on this, but I do lean Bellato. Now, if Jimmy Crute, who's had a long layoff, has improved or gotten back to where he was in the past, he should be able to beat Bellato. So that's probably my stay off with this. Bellato's relatively new to the UFC. He is a madman. He got beat by Victor Petrino twice on the Contender Series, but has looked good. Granted, against Igor Topuria, who is a punching bag. Here we go. We got Jimmy Crute walking out. Let's see how he looks on the scales. Let's see how he looks on the scales. Looks strong. Looks in shape. How long since his last fight? 581 days. But Bellato's 434. Bellato's got a height advantage. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jimmy Crute might be... Bellato by KO is not a bad look or inside the distance. Not sure what the line's going to be on that. But not a bad look. Here we go. What is this, my fourth play? Fourth play of the night. Justin Tafa versus Taliesin Teixeira. I got Tafa at plus 132. Now, that line came down, and I wake up this morning, and I see that the line has gone back up. Tafa's now at a plus 138. I'm taking plus 134 right now. Checking the odds screen over there. This is a very cut and dry breakdown. I mean, what are we even going to see here? Tafa's going to be big and fat and shorter. Teixeira is going to be super tall and long and in better shape. And yet, we all know what Tafa's capable of. If Teixeira had an incredible wrestling game, I wouldn't bet Tafa. But Teixeira's going to want to go out there, stand and bang, just like he did his Contender Series fight. And he got hit a few times. And now he's going against a guy who you can't get hit a few times by Justin Tafa, especially the right hand. So I visualized that right hand connecting with that chin and Tafa taking him out. So I got Tafa 2 units at plus 132. Right. Co-main event of the evening. We have Tatiana Suarez versus Weili Zhang. I have been back and forth on this. Well, not really back and forth on who I'm going to bet on. If there is a bet, it's on Weili Zhang. It just depends on the number because the line came out minus 190, Weili Zhang, plus 175 or plus 170, Tatiana Suarez. It has been absolutely steamed and flipped. Tatiana Suarez is now a minus 124, and Weili Zhang is a plus 104. So I show value. I show Weili Zhang's 57% chance of winning. It shows on the advanced fight metrics, on Fight Matrix, the advanced metrics show that Weili Zhang should be favored slightly at 54%. So if I place a bet, I want max value. We'll see if more money comes in on Suarez. I think we may see some action come in on Weili from the public, but I think this is an area where the public may be correct. Every single better analyst I've seen has taken Tatiana Suarez. And there is a mythical like aura around Suarez right now, and everyone's writing off Weili Zhang. So we'll see. We will see. This is the check. This is the champ. So if out of every single one where I've said I lean, maybe we bet it, maybe we don't, this is the one where I would say we are most likely going to place a bet on Weili Zhang unless the line totally flips. And then we'll stay off. But if we get a plus, even if we get a plus 110 at kickoff, plus 115, we're at least going to put a unit. If we get a plus 120, we're probably going to put 2 units. So you won't be able to know that. But if you guys were leaning Weili Zhang, just know the metrics are on your side. So that's my analysis there, not an official play. And that may change. I might put out a short tomorrow. If I see that plus 115, plus 120, I'll tell you, I'll put out a short giving you my official play. Final fight of the night, the main card, the main event, Sean, the Australian Strickland, the Aussie, with the stash, with the staff. So this is my concern. I already have 2 units. My final play. Look at that left arm there. What do we see? We have a staph infection there. So that means he's been on antibiotics. I am noticing, too, he obviously was super sucked out when he had to make weight. He's filled out a little bit, but I'm telling you, antibiotics are antibiotics. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to drain you. So I already have a 2-unit play. It's an official play. I can't go back. Once the bet's placed, can't go back. Plus 175. But would I say for sure, things change, and that's the change. And sometimes you get lucky, and the other guy gets staph. In this case, not the case, but we're still riding with it. DDP is a beast, but obviously, in my previous breakdown, you heard what I said. Split decision, headbutt by DDP. Could have gone either way. And Sean Strickland was a minus 130 in the original fight. Now you give me a plus 175. Nothing has changed, except maybe you could argue momentum. But in terms of motivation, Strickland is very motivated to get this belt back. So we'll see what happens here. It is an official play. If you guys want to ride with me, comment, go for it. Say, hey, we're still riding with Strickland despite the staph infection. But there you go. Now just praying for the best here. So, you guys check out my previous videos. Nothing has changed on official picks. I will say as a recap, we may put another half unit on Rongzhu at plus 235 because the line got so good. And then Weili Zhang is most likely going to be a play, but it's not on the official playlist. It's not on the official play card yet. So there you go. That's the post face-off ceremonial weigh-in recap. If you guys are riding with me, comment below, subscribe for the weekly picks. I put them out early. This week, we've gotten some value on some of them. We got value on Nolan, even though it's only a unit. We got value on Bruno Brazil. We had value on Rongzhu. Now it's moved the other way, and that means I think we're going to put a little more on it. So there you go, guys.